Okay, I might not post this video for a little while because I'm not sure of anyone else who's done this so far, and I still need to have some testing done and other things. But keeping with the, low budget theme of my project, I've of course seen, the Sloppy Mechanics YouTube channel and other people, that they've decapped their fuel injectors, meaning that their fuel injectors basically have a a little pintle cap with and it's usually a series of holes. This one you see just a small, tiny little hole in the center, but you do see that little ring-shaped weld. So I did a search online. Decapped L35 Vortec injectors, decapped L31, which is a 350 Chevy Vortec injectors. Nothing where they were talking about these injectors, but no mention online, not even the question about decapping them. Keen among you may have seen what I did, but anyway, the first attempt I really fucked up. And it only looks this gnarly because I just kept digging into it after I knew I had screwed up, trying to see what I could get to, but I think I had gone in too far. And somehow I never noticed a little cap coming off at all. And I was wondering, is this even a pintle type injector? Is it like disc type or whatever? I'm new to this kind of thing. Actually comparing injectors. So anyway, I remembered I had these little Harbor Freight purchased little diamond bits. I decided to give it a try with my Dremel, and I had to be super, super careful. And at the very end, I was getting demoralized as I was going through, because the first thing that happened is this little collar on the outside popped off. And here in the center, you can see now I successfully decapped this. But this outer little race popped off, and I had this groove here. But I still had the tiny hole in the center. And I was thinking, oh, what if this pintle's like more pointed or something, and that's not like a hole, that's not a thin layer or whatever. But I just kept going, and I just kept going, creeping closer and closer in, and finally I had to really pay attention. It just popped loose, just barely, and then I was able to flick it aside. So I think this may be one of the more challenging injectors to decap because of its size, and you got to get in there pretty close. As a matter of fact, as close as you see where it's cut in, that's how close I had to get. That's as close as you have to get before it will pop off. There's adhesion up to that point. So I have no idea what the injector flow rate of this may be. These are supposedly 22.5 pounds per hour, GM, at 60 psi of fuel pressure. So, I've heard there's like some 35 pound per hour aftermarket spiders on the market, but they're really expensive, and I see no pictures of what they look like. So maybe these are 35. I'm going to guess it's at least 35 pounds per hour. But maybe somebody at an injector shop in Spokane can help me. I'm kind of new to this town, so they'll have to account for putting it in some sort of hose. But hopefully it won't be much trouble to get these flow tested and see exactly what gain and see what I've come up with here.